Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with a 907 and once again same drill like last time when we played with other Clan Wars River tank. We are using as good equipment as we physically and possibly can for one and particular reason, to show maximum potential of the tank, and I believe that's fair. So we are starting everything from the west field. Now some things needs to be said about this tank. This tank is obviously legendary 907, but it is not so legendary in the same time. Why so? It is quite easy to penetrate this vehicle into the forehead even when you are using the gun depression. This is a very important thing to say. And ammo rack is very weak of this vehicle, and it is very annoying thing. Plus on top of that, gun handling can be quite a big pain in the butt as well. And once again, this is very important thing to say, fellas. I really want to highlight those things before everything, right? In other words, some people might prefer 140 over 907. And if we have some 907 owners in the video, please take a second to type your opinion about the tank, and would you recommend for your fellow tankers getting this tank or not really from the Clan Wars, right? This is very important thing to say, and maybe you would say it is not that great of a vehicle. How I would rate this tank? I would rate this tank very good, obviously, but in the same time, in certain situations, it is quite a hard tank to play with, and this is not so simple as I would love to say. Now, looking into this setup, we had two medium tanks who decided to go alone here, so this is not looking super hot and super beautiful for us, but it doesn't really change too much, because I believe we can and we will be able to spot enemies trying to make a bit of pressure like this. If enemies will say blah, 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 and they will make a lot of pressure like this, we should be able to punish them and obviously to make them regret their life choices for obvious reasons, right? This is what we are working for in this kind of situation, right? That's what we want to see, and this is what we are working for. If STB or M60 will try to make pressure like this, we should be able to easily beat the living crap out of them. For example, this guy is not enjoying his gameplay here, right? Some mistakes were made, and there is nothing, I repeat, nothing what this gentleman could do. That's fine. This is the start of this battle, and even though the things are not looking that simple, we should make it work anyways. Now, pay attention into the DPM of this tank. It is very important thing to say. By saying this, I mean the reload time for 320 alpha damage is 4 seconds 75, right? And this is very nice thing, and this is absolutely amazing. So this is important thing to highlight, and important thing to say, right? Compared to the 140 or Key 91 or any other tank reload time for the same alpha damage, this tank is kicking some ass, okay? This is important thing to say. Okay, so what do we have now? At this point, I would love to make a bit of pressure for STB. And how we can make a bit of pressure for the STB, I would say we can go to the building like this. If we are going to go to the building like this, there is a humongous chance we will have a very nice angle for this gentleman, and if we will, we should be able to burst him like there is no tomorrow. If STB escaped from this position already, we can make a hardcore pressure from this for this M60. Not ideal speaking about the brawling game for us, but this is okay. It is not so easy to play this map with 907, and playing here was not a very good option, fellas. And there is still a lot of ways for us to get some use here, right? For example, whenever enemies are going to get spotted who are playing here, we are going to smack them in the butt, and they won't enjoy themselves. I know for a fact the M60 is running already from this position, which is completely understandable, and since he is running from this position, we can obviously be so much more involved and we can play so much more aggressively. Meanwhile, speaking about the M60, he is sitting here, that's completely fine, and we can play against this guy one-on-one. The thing is, M60 simply does not have that great of a DPM in order to F us up, so we are just enjoying ourselves while bursting the living crap out of this guy. And as you can see, he panicked a bit, and obviously we managed to simply beat the living crap out of him, right? Meanwhile, we have the Leo 1 who wants to be involved. We are just using simply auto aim and we are feeling completely fine. Not ideal first game, but considering what kind of matchmaking we had and what kind of map we had, I am feeling pretty happy with this. No skill, it's only 3.5. I know this is not great performance for 907. It could be definitely better than this, but it's okay. Meanwhile, while we are going to the scoreboard, fellas, remember, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have the index page where you can see my opinions about every single vehicle in the game. And as you can see, 907 rated epic together with 140. And honestly, I truly believe there is some people who would prefer 140 over 907. Anyways, 3.4 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, we are 5th by experience, we are 4th by the damage, and we made a bit of profits as well. That's nice. Let's go for round number 2. And we are back. So what do we have? We have a Pilsen. This is completely fine. How we are going to play this game? So first things first, I would love to... I would love to get into this side position here for obvious reasons. Fellas. What we want to do, we want to simply eliminate the garage door here, and we are ready to shoot, right? Whenever someone will try to cross like this, because there is a humongous chance we are going to have someone who is crossing, we will be able to smack them, obviously, if we will have someone who is crossing. Plus, on top of that, how the things are looking like here, maybe I could get involved, and in fact, I am thinking about getting involved here. I know this looks like a crazy idea, and to be fair with you, it is crazy idea, but you know what? I'm crazy enough to go for this. So why the heck not? Meanwhile, E4 just crossed like this, and what we are having a simple position from where we are spotting every single gentleman who is playing here. Now, if 50B will try to peek for us, and in fact I'm baiting him by turning my ass, you will see, fellas, he might go for us. And the thing is, we have many guns who is waiting, okay? This is very important thing to say. Meanwhile, IS-7 is dancing together with us. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm shooting in the air. IS-7 is considering his life choices, and he is not shooting in the air. Fake baboon. I repeat, fake baboon. Obviously, I'm messing with you and I am joking. Meanwhile, 50B is also dancing. Greetings, 50B. I hope you are feeling very well. Where is the object? Wait a second. All of them are dancing. Fellas, what I How I supposed to do damage, fellas? How I supposed to do damage? Okay, let's try to cross like this. Maybe we are going to be able to do that. And every single of them are baboons. Ay. Okay, so we don't need to worry about the E50M, about the 50B, and about the IS-7. Once again, I trust baboons. I know they are not going to smack me in the face. So we can keep playing our battle, right? We met 430U. It is not a big deal, fellas. I am feeling completely fine, especially if this guy is going to overside scrap, which could be a possibility. Meanwhile, I'm loading the heat ammunition for obvious reasons, and I should be able to penetrate him like this. The thing is, 907 have a beautiful hits, so 907 is very powerful tank in this way, right? 430U, once again, he's not enjoying himself, he is not having a very great time, and I noticed there is a Bobject who is sitting here. So what do we want to do? We want to go for a Mr. Bobject and we want to say hello. This is exactly how we are going to play this game. Now, if the things will go well, there is a chance I will be able to keep farming him and without getting punished, right? So let's see, can we do something like this? I'm trying to punish him while riverside scrapping. I hope once again they do not have anyone who is sitting in the back. Meanwhile, he managed to penetrate us without bigger problems whatsoever, so kudos to this guy. Luckily we tracked him and we will try to smack him in the face just like so. Beautiful smack. Now we are trying to escape. Luckily for us, he lost his track, right? And he lost, I think, his engine power as well. So once again, what we need to do, we need to try to punish him just like so. Beautiful punishment. He just fired once, so at this point we can simply farm him like there is no tomorrow. Very nice. I do not really mind this E50M sitting in the back, and the main reason being is I know this gentleman is baboon. Now we are trying to get a nice angle to punish the E4. E4 is getting very angry for us, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything because he is dead, and after that we can go for this Mr. Fava sitting over there. He has a gun, he has ability, but he is not going to do absolutely anything for us just because we are way more powerful than he is. No, but Skill, how you can say so? He's a heavy tank. Yeah, he's a heavy tank, but you see, the biggest difference between me and him, he's a bad heavy tank and I am good Ruski medium. So unfortunately, but nothing what he could do about this. I am turning around and I am going for enemy Asterva or for enemy Foch in the same time. I am ignoring this IS-7, I am ignoring this E50M, and I am just simply making as much pressure as I physically and possibly can somewhere elsewhere, right? Once again, Foch never ever was spotted, so we need to keep this in mind and we need to be very, very, very well aware of that. Meanwhile, Esterva is getting spotted here, so there is a big chance we will be able to penetrate him into the cupola, and Esterva is waiting for us, but once again we have Arta as well, so it doesn't really matter that much, and he is trying to get us, he is dreaming about getting us, and we are just simply dancing with him. We are showing some dance moves. He is not very happy, and you know, Valentine's Day just passed and he is truly not happy. Now we can smack him in here. Beautiful, 420 in the face. Unfortunately I made a mistake, and boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I am doomed unless I am not. Beautiful. Okay, let's try to find some nice angle, and maybe we will be able to eliminate him from the game ourselves. Maybe then we could get a bit more use. What do you think? Meanwhile, obviously this gentleman is waiting until we are going to peak, right? And we will peak eventually. We will peak eventually, fellas. Pay attention at the reload time at this point. At this point, the reload time is looking pretty great, if you would ask me. Trying to snapshot him, unfortunately missing my snap, going for another one, and luckily we are hitting this one. Nice. Okay, can we get more use somehow? We know about Leo sniping from the back for obvious reasons. We know about Grille, we know about Foch. Now, what is important? Ooh, Grille just bounced at his shot, and that was very important. We need to keep this in mind, and we are not winning this game that easily, fellas. I repeat, we are not winning this game that easily. Keep this in mind. Now we have a very nice crossfire. We should be able to spot them and to shoot them. Grille is not looking at us. I'm aiming for Grille. Luckily, we are smacking him in the face. Leo is not very happy after this, which is completely understandable, and we are getting a bit bit closer here. Leo, he has a great angle and Leo is smacking us in the face. That's okay. No complaints, no regrets. I am feeling pretty happy with my performance. It was truly funny whenever we met three baboons on the one corner. All of them we are dancing like there is no tomorrow, and I love this, fellas. This is the main reason why I do not use anonymizer, and it is a pleasure. Anyways, let's report to the scoreboard. And we are back with a 4,300 damage, 1,800 assisting damage, second class, which is completely fine and I'm happy with this. Top by experience, top by the damage with a lot of big wet kisses and 4,000 profits, which went completely fine. Let's go for round number 3. And we are back, fellas. The third battle, Pearl River Standard battle. So what do we want to do? We want to go into the medium side. I know I could potentially go into the heavy line, or I could potentially go into the middle from a bit different angle like this. But I made a decision to go this way. Hopefully this will work, and hopefully we will meet many guys which we can farm. With this tank you do not really need to play too safe, I would say, and obviously this tank has a typical Ruski gun AK. 264 millimeters of penetration with the standards with epic shell velocity, and hits 330 penetration and 900 meter shell velocity. That's not bad whatsoever. In fact, it is very good, and this tank is worth some respect. Believe me, it truly does worth something. In my humble opinion, this is one of the must-have tanks, especially if you are playing Clan Wars, and the main reason being is because this tank is very widely used in the Clan Wars overall, right? So that's why I would highly recommend and I would suggest take this tank. Would this tank be priority or Chieftain? Chieftain is priority, fellas. Chieftain is priority, keep this in mind. So if you have a choice between those two, probably Chieftain is a wiser choice and Chieftain is a better choice. All and all, everything combined, right? Luckily for us, we eliminated this guy like there is no tomorrow, and now we can try to get a bit more involved. Enemies have the middle, and enemies have probably... Actually, enemies, I would say, losing the heavy line. This is interesting. So they have only middle. Very interesting. Okay, let's try to get a bit more involved, and I would say we will try to beat the living crap out of EBR and out of Batchat, who are trying to escape at this point. And this is exactly what I want to see. I want to see them running, and whenever they are running, they are going to get a couple of hits in the face, right? So we are not going to leave the game single-handedly in a way. Meanwhile, I do not really like how the things are looking like here, and actually our heavies are kind of getting flanked by a humongous margin. So what we can do at this point, since our light tank is beating the living crap out of the Arthas, I would say we are planning about joining the game like this. I do not want to go through the open field like so, because it is way too dangerous and I do not really think it is worth it. In fact, I have a plan how am I going to make it work. Skill, speak with us. How you are going to make it work? I'm going to climb like this and I will kill them from behind. I think this is the best way how we can make the things work, and I believe this could work like a charm. So how you are going up? You are starting wiggle like this and you are going like this. This is pretty good option to go up here with the tanks which can go 40-ish 50 kilometers per hour speed. This is very important thing to say, fellas. Meanwhile, this IS-7 is not going to expect us to peak like this, so I believe we should be able to find him running away just like so, and if we are going to find him running away, we should be able to punish him for his stupidity. He's down to one shotable. That's very good. The next victim is going to be enemy Fava. Fava should sit together with this IS-7. I am pretty sure about this. So let's see, can we somehow eliminate him from the game before he will eliminate us? Unfortunately, not really. That's okay. We should be able to kill him, maybe or maybe not. That's fine. He is dead anyways because our DPM is obviously way too good for this guy to handle. And at this point, we can think about saying hello for enemy Fava. Actually, I can dream about saying hi to enemy Fava because we have way too many guns, and after he shots, that means he is out of the game for 20 seconds, right? So unfortunately, but this is kind of game over for this gentleman. And once again, our heavy tank should be able to eliminate him from the game without bigger problems whatsoever. And in the same time, I want to hunt that budget or that Ruski light tank. Did I play this game? Well, I have a feeling, fellas, I messed up quite a bit. I think I could and I should play a bit more aggressively with this tank, and even though we pretty much completely finished one of the flanks, it wasn't good enough for us to get maximum use here, right? So this is very important thing to say. I'm not entirely sure they are going for a charge or not, so I kind of want to check this position just to see maybe enemies are simply lurking somewhere around this area, but as you can see, it is not the case. So what that means Budget and Ruski Light Tank, both of them are trying to be super aggressive in this side, and I do not really think we are going to farm them that super well, which is quite a sad thing because I am expecting quite a bit more, speaking about the score-wise, from this vehicle. But fellas, everything is depending on the game, everything is depending on the session. Sometimes playing with tanks like 907 you can have 8 to 9,000 session, and sometimes you are barely scratching 5,000 or 4,500, right? Which is a bit of the sad thing, but nothing to change, nothing to do. We just need to accept this. Meanwhile, let's see where those two gentlemen are. They could sit in this area, and if they are sitting here, I believe there is a humongous chance we could possibly farm them. Budget in the open field here, that's good, and at this point we are kind of farming. Budget is not feeling very happy when he saw us, but once again, I can understand this gentleman, and once again, hashtag never lucky. He's not feeling great. Unfortunately, we are not penetrating his side, which sucks, and he is trying to help his friend, and unfortunately for us, we are missing the shot, which sucks. He is still thinking about escaping. It is okay. We are fighting against the budget. Budget is missing. I am missing. That's a clown fiesta in a way. Shame, fellas. Shame, shame, shame. I know this tank is worth so much more than I showed for you, but that's okay. No complaints, no regrets. Sometimes I just simply need to accept what I have, and unfortunately, but I cannot do absolutely anything about this. One shot to this gentleman. Now we could potentially kill this light tank if we are not going to bounce the shot. And once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, 907 has a great DPM, but the gun handling of this vehicle can be very, very, very frustrating. That's a fact, and I really need to highlight this situation. So all in all, obviously not the best battle in the world of tanks, and in fact this session wasn't super duper hyper turbo epic, but this is as much as we are going to get, unfortunately, right? So let's see. After third battle, what do we have? 3,500 damage, 300 assisting damage. We are second by the damage. We are fourth by experience. We made 7,000 profits, which is always nice and always welcome. And we have 3,700 damage and 800 assisting damage. We have 4,500 combined session. Is it a good session for this tank? No, it is not, but once again, we cannot complain that much. Probably we used all our luck on the Carrot 45, right? Oh well, shame. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, fellas. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope I am making your life a bit easier which time to take from the clan wars. And once again, thank you very much for everything what you are doing for us, and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.